Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV, located in Frederick, Colorado. I'm Larry Vickers. Today, as you can tell, we're hooked up to an RV trailer. If you watch the videos fairly regularly, you'll notice that that's the trailer that Teresa shot a video on earlier in the week. So that is on the lot and available. So if you are interested in that trailer, feel free to go ahead and call the store. But our primary focus today is going to be on the truck. This is a 2020 Freightliner M2 106. The conversion is Summit Hauler. The truck weighs 13,890 pounds and has a GVWR of 19,500. Let's start by taking a look at the rear of the truck to see how we have this hooked up. This comes with the Hensley hitch, also known as a trailer saver. It has airbags, 2 airbags behind it, and an additional one in front. So when you're going down the road, that trailer is actually riding on air. So that's going to save wear and tear not only on the trailer, but the truck as well. A couple of other things to look at from back here. Underneath that plate is a hitch for a traditional bumper pull trailer. The bed is actually made out of aluminum as opposed to steel. Aluminum will last longer, it's not going to rust. So when you project 10 years down the road, it's going to look very similar as it does today. We're not going to show you this time, but underneath the back axle is 800 pounds of weight. And the logic for that is if we're driving and we're not hooked up, mainly for traction. So if we're in mud, we're going to be able to get out. Furthermore, if we're driving through a rainstorm, that will prevent hydroplaning. The top is all rhino lined. From this angle, we can get a really good shot of the backup camera and how that's set up. So as you can tell, it's pointed directly at our hitch. So when we're hooking up our trailer, that makes life simpler there. Summit Hauler does come with the most storage capacity of any brand on the market. We'll take a look at the front one. There is a hookup for an air hose if we find ourselves in a situation where we need that. The batteries on this truck are located right underneath here. This is a trickle charger. So if we're on the road and at night and we want to plug in and keep the lights on and use a DVD player, that actually assists the batteries. Take a look at the back seat. It does make down into a bed, which meets all DOT requirements for a bed. And to put it back up, simply push the button. Right here is where the DEF tank is located, which holds 6 gallons. Recent data is showing 350 gallons per 1 gallon of DEF. It comes with 2 fuel tanks, 1 on each side. Now as the truck is sitting here, that fuel's going to balance out. But when you go to fuel up your truck, you need to do that independently. As we take a look at the driver's seat, we have the most comfortable seats on the market. In addition, this is air ride. So right here is where we adjust the air in the seat, up or down. Heated or cooled seats right here. And this is for the lumbar system. A couple of things we can see from this angle. Here's where we start the truck. And when you start it, you turn your key halfway. You wait for the gauges to go all the way over and all the way back, and then start the truck. And the logic behind that is if we get in a hurry and don't wait for the gauges, there is a chance that it will kick a code that doesn't exist. There's a little pedal right here that actually adjusts the steering wheel when we're sitting right here. So that is what that is for. Right here is a kill switch. There's a lot of electricity running through this truck, so it's a good practice to get into whenever you shut the vehicle off to go ahead and use that kill switch. Here's the hookup for a block heater. This is stock number 5N191491. When we take a look at the tires, it does come with Michelin 255 R22.5. One unique thing about Summit Hauler is it comes with tire balancers located right there. And we've gone over this lots of times, but there's basically BBs in there with some hydraulic oil. And when you go and you pick up speed and you gain momentum, that balances the entire rotating mass from the hub to the rim to the tire. Everything is balanced, so that gives you a more comfortable drive. In addition, it prolongs tire life up to 45%. So let's take a look underneath the hood. That is the Cummins 8.9 liter engine. It offers 350 horsepower and 1,150 foot-pounds of torque. It is coupled with the Allison 3200 TRV transmission. A couple of things to notice. As you can tell, everything's color coordinated. So where we see the color yellow, such as here, that is stuff you and I can do. We can check the oil, and straight across is where we would put in antifreeze, things like that you and I can do. Now I showed you where the batteries were, but we don't have to tear into them if we ever need to jump start the vehicle. We can simply jump start it right here. Now if we are underneath looking at things or jump starting the truck and a gust of wind comes up, the hood stops, so it's not going to squish us. The only way to get that down is to manually force it down. As we walk in front and take a direct shot in front of the vehicle, the main thing you're going to notice is how much glass the truck has for the windshield. That's 2,500 square inches of glass. So there's a lot of area to look out and see what's going on. When we talk about the hood, this is a compressed fiberglass. It's not just a couple of thin layers. It's extremely tough and durable, and if we would ever have to repair it, it makes that easier to do as well. A specialty design grille which really dresses the truck up. Furthermore, the bumper is broken into 3 parts. As you can tell, one on each side and the main one in the middle. And the logic is if we get into an accident and we hit something, it's much easier and more economical to simply replace this compared to the entire bumper. Now we're going to take a look at the passenger seat. It also is air ride. Furthermore, it is heated and cooled. As you can tell, there's a lot of room in the truck. Right here is the other fuel tank. We take a look at this. You'll notice that the color pattern of this truck is very nice. I mean, the brown on brown really dresses the truck up. Very sharp and unique. Now we'll crawl in and take a look at the inside. Okay. So the biggest advantage this truck has over a pickup truck is safety. And there's a couple of things that go into that. First and foremost, the size of the truck. If we are in an accident, our chances of walking away from it are substantially higher. Another advantage is look how high we are off the ground right now. So when we're driving, we're able to see things coming at us and from side to side, as compared to a pickup truck that's down and just sees the vehicle in front of you. Another advantage this truck has over a pickup is the braking system. This comes with air brakes compared to hydraulic brakes. So that'll do a couple of things for us. One, if we get a minor leak, All we have to do is simply pump the brake, because there's an unlimited supply of air to go ahead and go through. Second of all, air brakes stop quicker than hydraulic brakes. And finally, they last longer as well. So if we combine all those three things, the braking system is superior here as compared to a pickup truck. Now, a couple of things we can view while we're sitting in the cab. Up here is the backup camera. I showed you where that is back there. Here's where we view it. So when you're backing up your truck to hook it up, just simply look up. All of that's right there. This is our air horn. As we come down, most of the gauges are pretty self-explanatory. A couple of ones to touch on real quickly. These two here are strictly for air. So the top one, all that focuses on is the brakes. The bottom one, the secondary one, is for everything else. For example, the cabin, the air in the cab, the seats, stuff like that. That's the gauge for that. As we come down, this is our engine brake. So this is a true engine brake. So for example, if we set that to low, that affects 3 of the 6 cylinders. So not only does that prevent exhaust from coming out, but it also restricts fluid going in. Now if we put it to high, now we're affecting all 6 cylinders. So if we're coming down a steep hill or mountain, the Rocky Mountains are right next door. If we're traveling through those and coming down, we want to set that to high. So that will stop the truck, it'll slow down the truck. In addition to, it will prolong the brake life as well. Over here, this is for the windows. This is an automatic truck, and I realize, at first glance, the truck might be somewhat intimidating, but it really doesn't need to be. R for reverse, N for neutral, and D for drive is basically all you need to know to get you going. Pan over a little bit. This is our air dump in the back to let the air out. This locks the differential. Our trailer brake is right down here, and our climate control system is right over here. So a very nice truck that we have on the market today. If you have any questions about this or any of the vehicles on the market or on the lot, please feel free to give me a call. The cell phone number is 970-370-4067. I can be reached on the work line 303-684-3404. Feel free to email me, larry.vickers@transwest.com. Thanks for tuning in today.